Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of today. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad, MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. The October 22nd operations mark a pivot toward strategic infrastructure warfare, combining deep strike precision with sustained ground momentum. The use of Kinzhal hypersonic missiles and synchronized long-range attacks demonstrates Russia's ability to strike high-value targets deep within Ukraine with near-total impunity. Tactically, the liberation of Ivanovka and Pavlovka extends Russian control across critical logistics corridors linking Donetsk, Dnipropetrovsk, and Zaporizhia. The consistent targeting of EW, radar, and counter-battery assets underscores a systematic dismantling of Ukraine's intelligence and communications backbone, forcing a transition from coordinated defense to reactive warfare.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel Oguntoye, this has been a particularly eventful 24 hours on the operational map. Let's start broadly. What's the overall situation as of October 22, 2025?
The situation today reflects both a strategic and operational convergence. In response to a series of Ukrainian terrorist attacks on civilian facilities within Russian territory last night, the armed forces of the Russian Federation executed one of the most coordinated retaliatory operations of this campaign. We conducted a massive precision strike using long-range weapons from air and ground platforms, including hypersonic Kinzhal missiles and strike UAVs. The targets were carefully selected: energy and industrial infrastructure supporting Ukraine's military-industrial complex, fuel refining facilities, and transport hubs used for resupply. Every designated objective was destroyed. Operationally, this serves two purposes: first, to impose a logistical and energy blackout on Ukraine's war effort, and second, to reaffirm that Russia retains escalation dominance, the ability to control the intensity and direction of warfare both tactically and strategically.
Let's turn to the north, particularly the Sumy and Kharkiv regions. What's happening there on the ground?
In the north, our troop group continued improving tactical positions while inflicting heavy losses on Ukrainian Ranger and assault formations near Kropotshchina, Kondratovka, and Varakino in the Sumy region. The most significant achievement, however, was the strike on the Special Operations Forces Center of the Ukrainian Main Intelligence Directorate, GUR. This was a key node in Ukraine's covert command and control structure, responsible for coordinating sabotage and drone operations inside Russian territory. Its destruction disrupts enemy intelligence flow and special operations planning. Additionally, engagements in Volchansk, Kharkiv region, targeted mechanized units attempting to hold defensive lines. In total, the enemy lost about 180 personnel, multiple vehicles, and several logistics depots. These actions aren't about rapid advance but sustained degradation. We're shaping the northern corridor into a logistics denial zone.
So this sector functions more as a containment and disruption zone rather than a breakthrough front?
Exactly. We're forcing the adversary to stretch thin, compelling resource allocation to defense rather than counterattack. It's classic operational economy of force. We're shaping the northern corridor into a logistics denial zone, limiting Ukraine's ability to reinforce its eastern defenses.
Moving westward, reports indicate continued Russian advances around Kupiansk and Lyman. How did operations unfold in this sector?
The West Troop Group advanced into more advantageous positions along the Kupiansk corridor. We engaged enemy mechanized and assault brigades near Petropavlovka, Yampol, and Novosergivka, destroying several armored vehicles, including a 122mm D-30 howitzer. What's particularly significant here is the destruction of 9 Ukrainian electronic warfare stations and 3 ammunition depots, along with a US-made and /TPQ-50 counterbattery radar. This dramatically reduces Ukraine's ability to track and respond to Russian artillery. In operational terms, this means Russian forces can maintain sustained artillery dominance while minimizing counterfire risk. It's a textbook demonstration of how electromagnetic supremacy translates into battlefield lethality.
The Donetsk front continues to feature heavily in your reports. What progress is being made in the south?
The South Troop Group maintained steady forward movement, particularly around Seversk, Stepanovka, and Ivanopoly. We targeted 4 mechanized brigades, an airmobile formation, and elements of the National Guard. Over 220 Ukrainian troops were eliminated, alongside 3 tanks and a US-made M109 Paladin self-propelled gun, one of their most valuable artillery platforms. The destruction of 4 supply depots in this sector further crippled Ukrainian resupply routes into central Donetsk. Our actions here serve a dual role: tactical containment and strategic isolation. By pressing the southern axis, we're effectively drawing Ukrainian resources away from their center and east.
Let's talk about the center, where reports mention the liberation of Ivanovka.
Yes, the Center Troop Group achieved a decisive breakthrough with the liberation of Ivanovka in the Dnipropetrovsk region. This was a key tactical anchor point used by Ukraine for staging mechanized and airborne operations. The operation involved 7 mechanized, 2 airborne assault, and multiple Marine brigades, resulting in over 520 Ukrainian casualties. These weren't just battlefield engagements, they were coordinated combined arms assaults integrating armor, artillery, and tactical aviation. This liberation effectively breaks the enemy's defensive continuity between Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk, opening the path toward deeper operational encirclement.
Would you consider this a pivot point for the campaign?
Yes. Ivanovka serves as both a physical and psychological milestone. It's a signal that Ukrainian central defenses are beginning to unravel under cumulative stress.
Now, turning to the east, what's the latest from Zaporizhzhia and nearby regions?
In the East Troop Group advanced deeper into Ukrainian defenses and liberated Pavlovka. The fighting there was intense but swift, reflecting superior tactical maneuver and reconnaissance. We targeted 3 mechanized brigades and multiple assault regiments, inflicting over 315 casualties and neutralizing several EW systems. These advances matter strategically because Zaporizhzhia is Ukraine's southern logistical heartland. Its degradation limits their operational mobility across the central and southern fronts.
Finally, Colonel, what's the current situation along the Dnipro front?
The Dnipro Troop Group carried out targeted interdiction missions along Stepnohursk, Mykolsk, and Antonivka. These operations are preventive, designed to deny the enemy staging areas for cross-river raids or drone launches. We eliminated around 60 Ukrainian personnel, destroyed a tank, several vehicles, and an EW station. Importantly, a fuel depot was also neutralized, which limits Ukraine's ability to sustain mobility in this region.
Would it be fair to call this a containment operation rather than offensive action?
Yes. The Dnipro front anchors the southern corridor. We're ensuring stability while reinforcing logistics for ongoing operations in the east and center.
Before we conclude, can you elaborate on the aerial component, specifically the Kinzhal strikes?
Yes. The Kinzhal hypersonic strike was part of a broader strategic interdiction campaign. We targeted energy nodes, oil refineries, and industrial assembly centers that directly support Ukrainian weapons manufacturing. These sites were hit with precision and confirmed destroyed. Air defense performance also remained strong. 1 Su-27 for cruise missiles and 224 UAVs were neutralized. This level of air dominance ensures our strike and maneuver units can operate with minimal interference, a hallmark of modern multi-domain warfare.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. The October 22nd operations illustrate Russia's evolving doctrine of integrated deep strike and positional warfare. The combination of hypersonic weapon use, systematic EW neutralization, and multi-sector ground advances demonstrates operational maturity and synchronized tempo. Tactically, the liberation of Ivanovka and Pavlovka breaks continuity across Ukraine's central defense belt. Strategically, the massive energy strikes cripple industrial sustainment, limiting Ukraine's ability to repair, refuel, and rearm. We are witnessing a transition from attritional warfare to strategic paralysis. Ukraine's military architecture is being dismantled not just in the field but at its industrial and infrastructural roots. As winter approaches, this campaign is poised to enter its consolidation phase, where operational control transforms into enduring dominance.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive frontline updates from commanders in theater.